Hey, what's up, YouTube? Zohan here, and what you guys are going to be watching, hopefully tonight, I'm going to try to get it done and rendered and all that, because I'm actually really getting ready for bed. It's like 8:30, and I go to bed early. But what you're going to be seeing is an old pickups video from an old YouTube account of mine. It's from September 9, 2012, and at the time, it was the best deal that I had ever gotten, and it is an incredible deal. I'm going to basically preface the video by saying it was a big video game lot I got off Craigslist for $70, and I can almost assure you that the two ladies I bought it from were on some sort of drugs, because I met them in my driveway and they were really acting weird, and they seemed like they were strung out on something. I don't know, but this deal, I've rewatched the video since then, and it is pretty incredible, especially if I found this like today, which I never would. But I'm going to be doing post-commentary over it and discussing, like, you know, finding that game or, like, you know, compared to today, the value of it. So I hope you guys enjoy. If this goes over well, I'm actually going to do another one of these on my actual best deal ever, which is incredible. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. So I'll see you guys in the pickups video. Alright, so we're getting into the pickups video here, and as you can see on the screen, I am very, very excited. So we're just going to do some commentary winged right off the top of the head. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get into showing the pickups. I'm probably explaining the whole background of it all here, which, by the way, my room that I like live in still, like sleep in and stuff, still actually looks a lot like it does in this video. I still got my TV there in my bed, and man, I looked weird back then. Anyway, NES top loader, right off the bat. That was already worth what I paid for the lot. The lot was $70, and top loaders at the time retailed around $70 to $100. So I literally already paid for it with the top loader. So that was, you know, a great deal right off the bat. And I think we're getting ready to get into some of the NES games here. Who knows what I was doing? I was probably so excited I couldn't even like speak. Let's see what we got. Oh, Kirby's Adventure. That is actually still my favorite NES game. One of. I'm actually looking to get that game back. Love Kirby's Adventure. Great game. Not super expensive. Metroid. I'm not a Metroid fan still to this day. Not my kind of game, but at the time I didn't have it. So this is already a great deal. Tom and Jerry, which I don't think I ever played. Still don't think I've ever played it. I bet I just sat it on my shelf and never touched it. Probably make sure it worked, and that was it. Cyber Stadium Base Wars, I think that's called. Never played that. No, Mario's Missing. Still never found Mario's Time Machine. Jackal's a pretty good game. That was actually one of the first games I ever streamed on Twitch. Was Jackal. Not a bad game. Konami made good games. Tiny Toons, never played it. I don't think they're supposed to be that good. Probably a ripoff of Mario. Speaking of Mario, Super Mario Bros. 3, used to find like 8 copies of that game a week. Haven't found a copy of that game now in like 3 years. 720, never played it. It's probably just your average snowboarding game. I'm not a big fan of those kinds of games, at least back then, until we get to the N64 era. 1080 was a great game. Cobra Triangle, which is actually an underrated gem. If you've never played Cobra Triangle, I recommend it. I think that was the Black Bass. Nah, not a... It's a fishing game. Oh, Ninja Gaiden. Great game. Awesome on the Master System, too. Popeye is not a bad arcade conversion, but it was never one of my favorite games. Tetris 2. Never really understood why Tetris needed a sequel. It's Tetris. It's going to be the same thing. Ice Climber, a little more of an uncommon black box game. I don't know what that actually goes for nowadays. Oh, and Rolling Thunder. Also a good game. Underrated. I don't really hear many people talk about Rolling Thunder, but it's not a bad game. Rolling Thunder 3 on the Genesis is a great game, but that has gone way up in price. Holy hell, it's like over $100. Of course, you got your Mario Duck Hunt, obviously. You got your Mario Duck Hunt. Can't go anywhere without that. Bart vs. the Space Mutants. I'm not the only YouTuber to mention it. Finding the Simpsons game with good labels is almost impossible. They must have used really shitty paper for those labels. Castlevania right there. Amazing game. But yeah, Simpsons games, I challenge you. Oh, Motor City Patrol. When I made this video, I had no idea that game was worth anything. And it's funny. It's one of the NES games that was worth like $50 then, and it's still worth like $50 now. It hasn't gone up or down. It's an okay game, but it's actually a pretty uncommon game. So if you see Motor City Patrol, you should get it if it's like $20 or less. Mario 2, obviously. So as you can see, this deal was amazing. But I didn't just get NES stuff in this deal. We actually got some other really, really cool stuff coming up. That might have been it for the NES stuff, but we're moving on. Oh, nope. We got Paperboy. Not a bad game. Never played the 64 one, although I've always been curious. I've never owned it, though. Oh, Dizzy. Camerica game. It's an alright game. It's average at the best. I wouldn't recommend buying it. Yoshi is a puzzle game. It's okay. You know, if you're into puzzle games, it's not bad. Oh, Mega Man 4. At this point in my collection, I only had Mega Man 3. Now, I know like Mega Man 3 and 4 are like the most common ones, or at least the cheapest, and I think that's still true. But I didn't have it, so getting Mega Man 4 was awesome. I think that was the manual for Motor City Patrol. Tetris 2. Kirby's Adventure. Yoshi. Yeah, this deal was incredible. And by the way, that chair that I'm sitting in that video, it's the same chair I'm sitting in right now to do this commentary. Very interesting. I forgot that I had that chair. And it's still just as broke today as it was then. It's got a problem that it's kind of falling apart. But I've never replaced it. It's a comfortable chair. I enjoy it. It's what I use for all my streams and anything related to anything in this room. It's the chair that I use. That TV back there actually belongs to Intellivision Dude now, I believe. I believe that was my Sony Bravia that he has now. And I think we're moving on to Genesis? Nope, Super Nintendo. Black Bass. Or Bass Tournament Fishing, whatever it is. A lot of these were sports games. And, oh, I also, when I got this deal, she didn't tell me any of these games had boxes. So there's some titles in here you guys are going to see that I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe they had boxes. And she didn't tell me. She didn't tell me that they had boxes, which, I mean, I guess the average person wouldn't think to mention it, but like, holy shit. It made the deal like 1,000 times better than it was. And you guys just saw the NES stuff alone. Manual for, I think, Real Monsters. Terrible game. Come on, me, get on with it. Oh, this might have been where I was trying to fix the box to show off this one game, but the box was in terrible condition. Oh, nope. It's actually, I was trying to get the manual in there, I guess. Okay, well, that wasn't the game I was trying to show, but that's Real Monsters on Super Nintendo with a box. Like most of these are sports, like little Bassmasters Classic. I also got that on the Genesis in this video. But there is a Super Nintendo game, I believe it was in this video, that just, you have all these crap games, and then this with a box, there's no excuse. Yeah, Super Black Bass, like, you got the entire fishing collection, like, right here, my god. I mean, this is the whole collection. Okay, maybe this is where I'm trying to show the game here. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, like, look. You got all those crap games, and then a complete Mario RPG. That had the manual, too. I mean, the box wasn't great by any means, but, like, I would have taken it loose. Like, holy shit, dude. I can't believe that was in there. And I don't remember if she even told me that game came with the deal. I don't remember, and I don't think I say it in the video either. But, like, unbelievable find. Like, so, you know, at this point, we're in a great deal. Oh, but here comes the Genesis stuff. Model 2 Genesis. Had about 47 of those at one time. Couldn't do anything with them. I had consoles stacking up on top of each other, dude. I couldn't do anything with them. I think I ended up trading them all into my game store because I couldn't sell them. I don't think we got anything amazing on Genesis. 2 copies of Sonic and Knuckles on top of the copy I already had, so I had 3. I think I ended up keeping one of the ones out of this deal. It was in better condition. I don't even have any of this stuff anymore, so it's not like it matters. But it's weird to look back on this stuff. It really is, and it gives me motivation to keep looking because stuff like this is still out there. Like people like Business 17 are still going big. Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's just like I don't ever find stuff like this. That Pac-Man New Adventures with a manual for Miss Pac-Man, which also came in the deal. But yeah, like people like Business 17 and Sit Cooper and stuff. This stuff is still out there. I just don't know if it's in my area. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look there it is. Bassmasters Classic on Genesis. Don't know why you would need both versions, but hey, Tasmania. Never played it. I don't know if it's supposed to be any good. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I just got home. The Wild Quest, starring the cheetah from the fucking Cheetos commercial. Interesting. I think it's an okay game. I don't remember. I think I played it once. There's another one, too, on Genesis, and they're on Super Nintendo, I believe. Oh, 3D Blast, a terrible game. 3D Blast is a terrible game. I do not recommend that game at all to anybody at any time. I'm probably trying to fiddle around with something there. Yeah. Paperboy on Genesis, so we got the Genesis version too. I've actually never played the Genesis version. I don't think I ever played that one. I think I just played the NES one. Genesis is so fun to collect though, dude. The cases are so nice to look, and they look so good on a shelf. Oh, Sonic 3 Loose, which that game has actually gone up in value, I found out. I think like complete it's like a $20 game now. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of the wrong game, but I'm pretty sure it went up in price. Anyway, so what y'all are about to see now, we're getting into the N64 stuff, and like all but 2 of these games were complete, or at least had a box. And like I said before, she didn't tell me any of these were complete or had a box. Great N64 system, no expansion pack on that, but I don't think any of the games could even like utilize the expansion pack. So it makes sense that it wouldn't have one. Because we didn't get like a Donkey Kong or Majora's Mask or even like a Perfect Dark in this deal. We didn't get any of those. Like I said, I think only 2 of the games were loose, and the 2 loose ones I think were crap anyway that I didn't really care about. I think I'm about to show them here. Yeah, NBA Hang Time, which is not a bad game actually. And yeah, WCW, whatever, No Mercy or whatever that one was, one of the 15 wrestling games. And I'm pretty sure the rest had boxes. And there were some decent titles in here, like Diddy Kong Racing. And all these boxes were pretty almost mint. Bust a Move 99, or at least in my definition of like as close to mint as you're going to get on a retro box 20 years old. But yeah, Bust a Move 99, that's a great game, by the way. I love that game. South Park, not a good game. And I'm sure the value of these in the box has gone up tremendously since then. I actually ended up trading that Bassmasters, which the gray variant of that is really expensive, by the way. Bass Hunter 64. I know I traded the Bust a Move and the Bassmasters 2000 to Sit Cooper, and that video is still on his channel. Obviously, he doesn't have those copies anymore because he sold everything, but those are still on his channel. WCW Nitro. WCW NWO. That was a Player's Choice version. Still don't like Player's Choice games to this day. Oh, South Park Chef's Love Shack. I actually haven't played that game, although I did see gameplay, and it looks pretty terrible. Warzone. You know, back then I didn't care if it was a sports game. If it had a box, it was cool. Bust Move Arcade Edition, or Bust Move 2 Arcade Edition, also a really good Bust Move game. Love that game. Oh, Mischief Makers. Underrated game on the N64. I bet that game's gone up in value nowadays, too. That's a really good game. Oh, Mario 64. Yeah, like, dude, this deal. I don't know what this stuff would be worth today, but even back then, it was a significant more than $70. Like I said, the top loader was $70, and everything else was a bonus. And I think that might have been it. Maybe. Like, alright, we got some miscellaneous manuals here. I'm actually going to look up Mischief Makers while we're doing this video, and if I miss something on the screen, I am sorry. I don't think I'm showing anything of too important. Yeah, this game loose now is like $20, and it definitely wasn't $20 then, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Last complete copy. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, that's just a poster for Iggy's Wrecking Balls. I'm going to assume the last one sold pretty good. But that's pretty much everything that was in this video of importance. Yeah, last complete nice shape sold for $80. And then another one sold for $80. So, yeah, probably getting rarer and rarer to find. It's a shame because it's a great game. Anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to bed. See you guys later.